Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Kojimo here, back with another lesson. Today, I'm going to teach you what you need to do in order to make yourself the most well-rounded player possible and give yourself a chance to make it within this game. I don't care if you guys are brand new to Counter-Strike, you've been playing this game for, a few thousand hours, or this game has been your life over the past decade, or maybe decades if you're an old school player. Today, you're going to learn something new. You're going to understand what you need to do to game plan and to actually make it inside of this scene. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video, guys. One thing that we need to understand, and this is something that I have honestly struggled with as a player and why I want to make this video, because this is not just for you, this is for me as well, is guys, we need to identify our weaknesses and strengths as a player, but also just as a person in general. Every single one of you watching this video is somebody completely different. This video gets 500 views, 2,000 views, it doesn't matter. Every single one of you guys will be a brand new human, a brand new person, and nothing is going to be the same for all of us. So with that being said, you need to figure out, who am I? How you are as a person and a player goes hand in hand. Are you an aggressive person? Are you a passive person? Are you loud? Are you maybe obnoxious, right? So identifying what type of person we are and how we can move forward with that is so important to understanding what we need to do in order to actually improve ourselves and to grow inside of the game. For too long inside of CS in my career, I have sat there and only tried to develop my strengths, right? And of course, I haven't just sit there and ignored my weaknesses, but I for sure have neglected actually improving them and making sure that they're not as bad weaknesses as they should be. I've been gone for 40 days and I've learned a lot about myself traveling the world. And one thing that I've come to realize with CS, in just life in general, but specifically for CS, is that these weaknesses don't actually need to be a bad thing. These weaknesses are showing us, hey, if you just get better at this, you will become a better player. So many of us want to just improve our strength. Some of us are really good at aiming. So we'll sit there and go, I want to aim better. I want to do this, right? I'm going to DM for 1,000 kills and I'm going to feel good about myself and I'm going to be so good. Sure, you're great at aiming. Don't neglect that. Don't get rid of that. But why are we hardcore focusing on our strength instead of also making sure that we're a more well-rounded player and developing our nades, right? And I use that as an example because that's something that I feel like I really struggle with. I'll sit there and be like, I don't need to learn those nades, somebody else will. And then it makes me scared to play like, high stakes games, high level games, because if someone's like, hey, throw this piece of util, I'll be like, about that, I don't know this, right? We are all completely different players, and I hope that me being honest with you guys with my weaknesses, things that I need to improve on, can help you understand that this isn't something you need to shy away from. This isn't something you need to hide. It's okay to be weak at something, right? If you were perfect, you'd be better than Donk. You'd be the greatest player in the game. So important to realize that. I'm going to give you a game plan going forward on how you can actually improve on these things and make sure that they're not just weaknesses forever. But first, I have to give you a message about how to get the greatest skins inside of Counter-Strike 2. Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, KOJO. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description. With that being said, with us being able to identify what our weaknesses are, and if we're being honest with ourselves, that's already half the battle. Because if you can sit there and understand that you're not perfect, that you're not just totally great, it's going to allow you the room and the freedom to actually change yourself as a player and also change your life. So let's use my example. I suck at nades sometimes, right? Obviously, I'm better than the average player. Obviously, that's fine. But if I'm looking at myself compared to tier 1 pros, to other people at my level, that is definitely something I feel is a weakness. And maybe that's because of my role as an opper, right? My goal is to farm for myself, to get kills for my team, to set myself up mostly with positioning, right? So maybe my role has led to a lot of the problems in that way. Doesn't matter, right? So for me, what I need to do going forward, instead of just sitting there and going, okay, let's do our aim butts, let's do our refrag, let's do all that. Sure, we can still implement that. But it's like, hey man, if I really don't have the fundamentals down, and this is actually something I completely forgot for being away for so long. It's like, hey, how do I still not know a window smoke that's not the spawn smokes? I knew the spawn smokes, but the one that was over here, I was like, it's so weird pressing D and jumping. Here, learn with me right now. I literally, first day I got back, I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm literally been in FPL top 3 on Face It, traveled the world playing this game. Learn the smoke again, right? Because they always change, they always do these things, so you got to stay up with the meta. You literally just get in this corner right here, hold D, hold D, W, and jump throw. Or maybe it's just D. See, I might have messed up, guys. I might have messed up. Guys, this is the weakness. This is what I mean. And this is why you don't do things live. But anyways, you come here, you get in this corner, hold D, aim at the corner, and then jump throw. It's that easy. See? And so you're gonna mess up. You're gonna make mistakes. We're not cutting this out of the video. How many YouTubers, how many players are gonna keep this in? See? This, the less we can do this and the more we can do this, it makes us a better player. It literally is growth. That is progress right there. So the fact that we want to run from our weaknesses, we want to hide them, we don't want to tell anybody, we're scared, our ego hurts if we think we're a worse player than we are, it is ridiculous. Guys, you can hold me to this, but if you are sitting there and you are scared of your weakness, if you're scared of getting called out in game, if you're scared of people sitting there and going, bro, you suck at this, you're bad at this, that is pathetic. And I'm saying this for me, guys. This is what I'm saying for me. Do better, learn, and understand that it's a process. And if you can't sit there and actually understand that you suck at certain things or that you need to improve, then you're never going to improve. You're never going to get better. But let those people, and you know, whether they be randoms in your games, people you know, people you hate, I don't care. Let those people sit there, yell at you, say that, and understand that this is just fuel to make you better. This is fuel to literally sit there and change yourself. If someone is sitting there and screaming at you for not knowing a Mirage window smoke, cool, go learn it. Like, you know, do better. It doesn't mean that I condone them screaming at you that, you know, they need to sit there and, you know, demean you and do all these things, hold your ground and stuff. But like, don't sit there and be average. Don't sit there and be something that you're not. Learn that smoke. You know, it takes like 2 minutes. Now, when we get into things like aim and positioning and game sense, yes, I understand that is a different beast. That is a lot harder to develop. But guys, with tools like Refrag, obviously all the deathmatch servers out there, there is so many ways we can improve. There's so many things that we can do for that kind of thing. And, you know, there's no right answer. Some pros are good at deathmatch. Some pros like to just aimbot. But as long as you are actually having a purpose when you're doing those things and you're not just mindlessly running around, that is going to be so beneficial to you, because that is a difference. I was the player that did like 18,000 aimbot kills. I'm not kidding. When I was younger, 18,000 aimbot kills. That didn't make me better. That training is not good. If anything, that's actually bad for your health with your hands and your wrists and everything. But have a purpose, have a plan when you're doing it, and you know, don't overdo it. We just made a video on taking a break in CS and how it can give you fresh perspective, fresh inspiration. It's totally true. So I understand that aiming and game sense and all that is not as simple as nades, but you know, if that's your weakness, don't run away from it. Actually go and do something about it. If you're the player that's like, I hate aim training, I hate doing it, then do it and have a purpose. Understand that if you're going to be putting in so much time to this game, it doesn't matter if that sucks, right? It sucks, but you know, maybe you're actually going to enjoy the process. It's just like someone who wants to get muscles and they're like, you know, and again, I'm saying this for me, it's like, oh, I hate lifting weight, it's so hard, it's so boring. Okay, then you're never gonna have muscle, right? So when you look at it that way, it's very simple on why we are underperforming, why we're not succeeding. And I understand that's way easier said than done. And there's so many different nades, scenarios, aim training, all this stuff. But guys, truly be better, be great, have the motivation to actually change those weaknesses. And you know, maybe one day they won't be a weakness, maybe one day they'll be the greatest part of your game. So I wish you guys the best of luck going forward with making sure you are the most well-rounded player possible. I'm going to be here to support you. Go ahead and check me out when I stream live on twitch.tv/KojamoCS. I'm going to try to get back into FPL, guys. It's been a while. I've been away for 40 days traveling the world, but it's time to get back into the swing of things. I have some crazy plans going forward this year with Counter-Strike, and I want you guys to all be part of it so that we can grow and learn together. Let's make sure you're the best player possible. Hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys all later. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.